Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's time for another Metagamers wrap-up video as we approach the weekend here. And coincidentally, we're fast approaching Halloween. So if you guys enjoy the festivities of Halloween or celebrate or anything like that, what do you guys do? Do you hang out around the house and hand out candy to kids? Do you go to a party? What do you do? For me, it's pretty calm here. I've got 3 kids, no surprise there. Many of you know that already. So I enjoy walking them around the neighborhood and also handing out candy here. I usually don't make anything too spooky around the house, at least not anymore. But I do set up a little bit of decorations in front, play a little bit of music, and it's always a fun time. And I think Halloween falls on I want to say a Friday this month. Or this year. So that'll definitely be interesting to see, if people stay up later, we get trick-or-treaters later or whatnot. I know in some areas you don't even get them. So what are you guys doing? And if you do dress up, what are you dressing up as this Halloween? I would love to see it in the comments down below. Now, just yesterday, or even the day before, I believe, we started seeing the new iPads trickle into stores. So I know the Apple Store near me just started getting in the Wi-Fi models of the iPad Air 2, as well as the Mini 3. Right now, I am not picking one up. It is tempting somewhat. I've seen the performance boosts, at least on paper, with all the specs about it being like 68% faster. It's got 2 gigs of RAM and a few other things. Now, honestly, I don't know how much of that we're going to see realistically in day-to-day performance, especially in anything outside of games. You probably aren't really going to see it. And I would argue that even with games right now, you may not even see it in those games. So maybe in faster loading times. I don't know. So here's the deal on that. Right now, I'm not planning on picking one up. I've got an iPad Air. But I'm going to gauge it because, as you know, I do a lot of reviews on this channel. And if I start finding that I'm getting more and more requests for reviews of iPad Air 2 cases, then I might go down that path and actually do it. Now, as far as I know, the iPad 3 has the same dimensions, or the iPad Mini 3 has the same dimensions as the iPad Mini with Retina, which is the 2. So those should work just fine for me. But did you guys pick up an Air 2 or a Mini 3, a Mini with Retina 3? And if so, what were you coming from? First time purchase, or did you actually make the jump from an Air to an Air 2? And how do you like it so far? I've seen the anti-reflective screen, and that does look pretty nice, I gotta admit. A little bit less glare, so that's always a plus, because I do find that at certain angles, the screen of the iPads can get pretty glary. I'm still rocking my 6 Plus, and I love this thing. I mean, I still get people asking me questions on Twitter and in comments, hey, how do you feel about the 6 Plus? And I never really did an overview video for you guys. I was never going to do a review on it, but at some point I will do a little bit more in-depth view of my feelings on this. It's not for everybody because of the size, and it really comes down to a personal preference. Clearly, I have to walk around with it in my hand a heck of a lot more, and I've talked about that before, but I love my 6 Plus, and I find that I use my Mini a whole heck of a lot less now that I have the 6 Plus. And really, I only pick up the Mini or the iPad Air when I want to play games that don't exist on the 6 Plus. Case in point, Hearthstone. But I just heard news that that game is coming to the iPhone early 2015, so big plus there. Speaking of games, and here is kind of a tip of the hat to it because you're going to see it show up as the App Spotlight next week. Pokemon Camp, or Camp Pokemon, just came out. And why is this a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are finally kind of acknowledging the mobile market. They have held out for so long, and this is just potentially the tip of the iceberg. And I'm hopeful that if we continue to see this kind of movement on mobile platforms, whether it be Android or iOS, because they also have the trading card game out on iOS, that maybe we'll see Nintendo start to kind of change their perspective on what they want to do with games on these mobile platforms. I think it is a very lucrative market for them. They stand to make a lot of money from it if they just wouldn't be so stubborn. So we'll see what happens. Of course, the gaming side of the house, my son, he is a huge Pokemon fan, and he's very excited because over this past week, we saw the special release of the demo for Pokemon Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. These games are coming out right before the US Thanksgiving holiday, but there is a demo available via special code now. And I'll put a link in the description as to how you can get a code, because there's a number of ways that Nintendo is making these codes available. So you can download the demo and try it for yourself. I watched when my son was playing it last night, and it's pretty cool, I gotta say. Kind of reminiscent of Pokemon X and Y with that type of look and feel, but all kinds of good stuff in it. So really, really cool. So iPads, we got some gaming stuff going on. Halloween is coming up. Let's talk about giveaways for just a minute here. So remember, I did a review on the DeviceWare Durus case, and this is for the iPhone 6. Well, I gave one of them away, and remember, you can always see who gets the different prizes and giveaways that I'm doing over on metagamers.com, and look under the giveaway section. Well, I'm announcing that we have opened up another one for the Durus case in a different color. So it's really easy to get in on these giveaways. Head on over to metagamers.com. Click on the giveaway section, and from there you'll be able to see how you can enter the duration, and then when it closes you can come back and see who has got that case. So another one is up for grabs. Like I say, I always like doing these giveaways, so definitely stay tuned to the channel, which leads me to my next point. Thank you all for watching. We are definitely past the 18,000 subscriber mark now. Subscriptions are always appreciated. Thumbs ups are definitely appreciated, because it kind of gets more attention to the channel, and it helps this channel to grow and lets me kind of continue to do what I'm doing here with this channel. So that's it for the wrap. Thanks again for tuning in and watching. That's kind of a little nod to what's coming in the future here. And don't forget, I'm still not getting a whole lot of questions for this segment, and we don't have to do questions and answers every time, but if you've got a question for me that you want me to address on air in the weekly wrap-up, leave it down below, or hit me up on Twitter, that's @metagamers, with the hashtag metagamersQ&A or metaQ&A, and I'll be sure to answer your questions on the air next time. So that's going to do it. Have a great weekend, everybody. I will catch you next time. Take care, everybody, and have fun.